Had good energy. We weren't perfect, but we had good energy.
At this time of year, are there any indicators that tell you, hey, I know the guys are ready?
I can't say that. You try to gauge it on, just having good practices, just consistently put together good practices, and then you got to translate it,
How did your quarterbacks look today in practice?
I thought pretty good. I thought both pretty good. I thought Luke was sharp. I thought Helinski looked good.
There's been a lot of talk about depth charts being released in college football. Have you ever dealt with a coach not sending you stuff before week one, or have you been on the other side of that?
I've never been on the other side of it because I don't care very much. But yeah, I've had that. Or they'll play games with whether somebody's injured or not.
You guys really trust the depth charts you guys see elsewhere, or do you think there's smoke screens here and there?
Well, they're going to have somebody out there, so you just kind of do your thing. I mean, if there's some key guy you're concerned with, it can affect something slightly. If there's some key guy you want to pick on, it can affect something slightly, but they're going to have somebody lined up there one way or the other. So.
Do you ever read those stories and chuckle about
what happened? Who did what?
Harbaugh wouldn't release their depth chart to Florida and wouldn't say if he was starting Spade or O'Corn or whatever, and then Florida kind of went back and forth.
They both weren't saying who was going to start at QB.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they're even, right? So somebody's going to be playing DB for both of those teams. I don't know. I mean, that's fine. I mean, and if it really bothered somebody, I might do that. If I could think of, if it was, but I don't pay a lot of attention to it.
Do you see?
I don't pay a lot of attention to hours. I mean, if they're on the field, I coach them. If they're not, I don't.
Choate having the Peterson background in ties, do you see any similarities to the way he coaches and the way his guys play and feeding off of what he's learned from Tracy?
Defensively, they're similar to Peterson teams. They're also quite similar to when Bresky was here, what he ran. So I mean, there's some similarities to both, I think.
How rare is it for a guy like Cody to come in and start year one and under you as a head coach? Like, how often do offensive linemen?
For who? I don't think he started the first year.
No, after not playing and then starting all of last year, not having experience.
Oh, that's not unusual. I mean, these guys have always been doing something, and because all the really good players. There was a time where nobody'd heard of them too, and then they come in, they play, and then that's the other thing that's tricky with teams is just because you haven't heard of the new guy doesn't mean he's not better than the last guy,
Coach, do you think it helps having a lot of returners and a lot of continuity going into week one, having that focus there from the jump?
I think we've had better work with more guys that have some experience and know their role. We have some new faces, and we also have some guys that aren't new faces, but they haven't played a great deal. But we do have, some game reps and starts and stuff in a bigger portion of our team than we have since I've been here.
What do you think of the uniforms?
I've heard they're really good. I'm looking forward to seeing them. And because we have different types, I'm not entirely sure which one was selected this week, but I know it'll be a good one. I mean, they've always been good in the past.
So you don't have any input on it at all?
I mean, if I wanted, I could. I mean, I'd do my thing, and then Milt and Bill meet, and Bill's better at all that stuff than I am anyway, and then has good taste in clothes and all that stuff, and he's seen more uniforms than I have and does a fabulous job selecting them. I don't recall ever thinking that he made a bad selection, but I don't look at him that closely.
Coach, you have a certain game day attire that you're comfortable with all year long, a certain look?
No, I typically wear what they put in my locker unless it's got bad pockets. If it's got bad pockets, they have to change it out. I always wear my belt because I'm not interested in breaking in some new belt, and I've got the headphones hooked to it. So, I mean, I tend to wear a belt till I wear it out, but it's going to be my belt, not the issued belt. Oh, I don't know. On cold games, I'm not going to just wear, these newfangled tennis shoes that are like a screen door and all the wind blows through them. I'll wear boots or something.
Yeah, I know you tend to walk here on most days. Weekdays, do you walk to campus on a game day too?
Not on a game day. Usually during the season, and I haven't this week because I've been kind of preoccupied getting things rolling. But usually I get in about 4 days a week, and it's not game day. It's usually Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and something usually comes up one of those days, and so I end up getting in about 4.
A lot of the players will spend the day leading up to a night game, watching other games, taking naps. Do you have any kind of any game day rituals? How do you kind of pass the time when it's especially late kickoff?
No, I don't watch games that much. I'll flip through it kind of. I don't really watch games that much. I read some. A lot of times I'll get caught up on text messages and phone calls.
That's good with Coach?
Yeah.